Minnesota shooting just 29% here in the first quarter. Clark looking aggressive. Clark launches and hits a three.
Since the Marina Mabry trade, and she has stepped up her game in that opportunity. Caitlin Clark for three, rattles it around for her first deep shot.
Got Megan McPeak with you here. Clark pulls off that screen, knocks it down.
Moombawale to McCowan, and now it's 10. Caitlin bottled up, but it doesn't matter.
Now Clark looking to push, cross-court pass. Pull, back to Clark. She will launch and bury a three. Clark over Horston, hits a three.
Thanks. We've got some score power on the court.
Watch that inside hand, that left hand. Caitlin Clark gets away.
Amy Hamilton has been to Caitlin Clark all night tonight.
Are you talking about my high school experience? Clark connects.
Caitlin Clark has a natural command of the game that becomes obvious within just a few possessions. She plays with intention, understanding that control isn't about dominating every moment, it's about guiding the flow. When she's on the floor, everything feels aligned and purposeful. What stands out first is how she reads defensive structure. Clark identifies pressure points early and adjusts before the defense can settle. She understands spacing instinctively.
She was not quite on pellets for that finish for Purdue. Oh, Clark, that was all one-handed and blew past Brookmore.
Coming off the holiday break, they're bringing so much momentum into this game.
That was what
made that team so good, you two? Outside.
Knocked away by Clark. Here's Clark ahead of the field. Caitlin Clark has her first All-Star. Clark working on Van Loo. Oh, Clark, pretty step back, hits a three.
Sabrina Ionescu, one of the best three-point shooters, set all kinds of three-point records last year. Here's Caitlin Clark driving. She's got the first 5 points.
11 wins all of last season. They're already at 10. Look at the tie last year's winning record.
Clark from way downtown.
He's putting up some buckets.
He sure was. Top 4 scorers at the college level here in this one as Caitlin.
Levish hounding Clark. Clark, step back three, knocks it down.
Timeout in between quarters, in between halves, to come out with the exact same energy. And especially, that's one way to...
The Sky shooting 38%. Caitlin Clark, another three-pointer. Absolutely blown the roof off.
But playing at UConn, she is used to all of this. Oh, Caitlin Clark, rookie on rookie.
Clark has space. She's going to let it fly, and she's going to connect.
Placing herself where she can influence multiple outcomes. That awareness keeps the offense flexible and unpredictable. With the ball in her hands, her composure never fades. She stays balanced, keeps her dribble secure, and surveys the floor calmly. Defensive intensity doesn't rush her, it sharpens her timing. She waits for commitment, then makes decisive reads that turn pressure into opportunity. Her scoring threat adds a constant layer of tension. Caitlin doesn't rely on volume. She relies on timing. She knows when to step into a look and when to move the ball.
Harris. Mitchell spinning, finding Clark. 5 to shoot. Clark lays it in. Tie game. It is Caitlin Clark able to clear for Indiana.
Caitlin coming off that 20-point performance right here. Handling the physicality of Benijah Laney.
And look, there is no question that the paint is a completely different story as Clark just went right by her former teammate.
Going to do that, and with Noelle Quinn, as you mentioned, no challenge.
Clark, three ball in the way, and good. Boy, that cost Seattle 3 points, and they should have.
Good portion of her threes come from above the break. Here's Clark, still trying to find her rhythm. A deep pull, got it.
Team 5 run here for the Mystics after the Fever rattle off the first 5. Clark trying to answer, and does with a three.
Caitlin Clark behind the back on the spin to the hole and one.
Positioning herself to rebound. Caitlin Clark drains.
Boston setting up Clark. ABC.
to pick her up. And 2 possessions, 2 turnovers here for the Sky. Caitlin Clark running things. 8 assists, 15 points in the first half. Looking to add to her tally.
Clark, pull up 3, at 1.
When she does rise into a shot, it's smooth and confident, built on repetition and trust in her mechanics. Defenders understand that even a small lapse can shift momentum. Passing is where her influence truly spreads across the lineup. Clark delivers the ball with precision, finding teammates in rhythm and rewarding movement. She recognizes cuts early, sees angles clearly, and keeps the offense flowing. Those passes elevate the entire unit and create sustained rhythm, even when she's off.
10 assists for Clark. Boston has 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists herself. Clark, a bomb is good!
That one foul, knows it's important not to pick up the second because she got 2 in the first quarter against Connecticut.
Clark connects on a 3.
The season's a bit more condensed. Quick turnover for rookies like Clark, and she weaves her way inside, counting the foul.
Brown, but she has the ability to knock in the 3 ball as well.
Kenna Warnock, I've said this time and time again, I think she's one of the more underrated players in the Big Ten, and there's Clark's first spot.
Teaching and tutelage of the post position for Iowa over the years.
Clark has speed. Iowa has just trying to get adjusted.
Off Caitlin when she gives the ball up.
Well, the Fever on a 15-2 extended run from the end of the first quarter. Clark again heating up.
Well, this is a Minnesota defense that has been the lead all season long. Beaver had their way with it in the first quarter. Clark trying to get Indiana started, and maybe that'll help.
Just no space. Connecticut everywhere. Here's Clark with Banham guarding her. Clark gets bumped, will take, and hit from 3. A locked-in face.
Locked in face.
Clark a deep 3. You bet!
The ball, her impact continues. She relocates intelligently, occupies defenders, and creates space without demanding attention. That off-ball awareness prevents stagnation and keeps the defense constantly engaged. On defense, Caitlin remains disciplined and alert. She anticipates actions, reads passing lanes, and positions herself well. Rather than gambling, she relies on awareness and timing, turning defensive moments into smooth transitions whenever the opportunity arises.
Now realizes it. Clark trying to take her defender, pulls up and hits from the mid-range.
She had a defense by the Sparks fans. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep 3!
Clark working on Cunningham, gets inside. Clark gets it.
Caitlin, hit it!
Clark trying to shake free Mabry all over her. Here is Clark. Clark separating, taking, and hitting. Clark.
Uh-oh.
Rocco Clark squeeze!
Well, this is the tipping point. Can Iowa continue on this little run?
Maybe Clark has your answer.
Minutes left to play in this one, and the hill is steep. 12 points. The Fever looking to erase. Here's Clark, catch and shoot. Hits a 3!
The Indiana Fever having to take the ball out of the net a lot more here in this third than we saw in the first half, and that's affected their pace. Clark outside, and that's good.
Boston, who also has a 15-5-5 game today. Here's Clark, catch, fire, and connect.
Clark with the crossover. Taking it inside. 2 territories.
Leadership shows in how she manages pressure. When the game tightens, she stays composed. Her communication is steady, her body language calm, and her decisions consistent. Teammates trust her presence and follow her lead. As these highlights unfold, it becomes clear that Caitlin Clark's impact isn't defined by one skill or one moment. It's the combination of intelligence, balance, and preparation that shapes every possession. She doesn't force control, she earns it. And when she's involved, The game feels organized, confident, and always moving in the right direction.